Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to tell you how you can create a Postgres database in Aurora RDS. How you can go to your AWS account and search for RDS service, Aurora and RDS service. It is recently visited, so it is showing here. You can search in the search bar called RDS. The Aurora RDS service will come. You can click on that and go to database. Create database here. So I'll tell you the process how you can create, but I have already an existing database that I will show you how you can connect to your local ID. Go to full configuration. Now here you can see there are multiple database engines are available. As for our use case, we'll go and create our Postgres SQL. So I'll click on that engine. Go down, click on go with full configuration. Easy create will take the default configuration. So go with full creation. Test your template. Like I'm creating the database for my dev and test purpose. Here there you can see there are multiple options are there, deployment options are there. I'm going to choose single availability zone instance deployment. Okay, my database will created in a single availability zone. I have no fault tolerance things I'm doing. So for multiple availability zone cluster deployment, you can choose as per your requirement. Now I'm choosing my engine version default 8.3. DB instance identifier is nothing but your database name. Give your database name called Postgres. Username, master username, by default it is coming Postgres. You can give any name as per your naming convention purpose. Okay. Here you can see the credential management can be done by AWS Secret Manager also. But I am doing a self-managed to remember my password and all. Okay. I'm giving my password. You can see the requirement of the password. It does not take any ASCII characters like the symbols like slash or at the rate and all. Okay. Confirm the password, the same password. Now come here and choose password authentication. Go down, choose your database type as per your requirement. So we have very less requirement. So we are taking the default size, or you can take the lower size also. Like micro. Large. Okay, I'm taking the default one. Now coming below the connectivity type, here you can choose. If you don't want your EC2 instance to connect, you can choose that one, or else you can choose connect to an EC2 compute instance. If you choose that, it will ask which instance you want to apply. So I have default instance available in this US East region. So that is my jump host. If you're taking that, by default, it will take the same VPC under which the instance is running. Okay, now I can choose an existing security group, subnet group. So by default, in this region, there are 5 availability zones. So for the sake of the disaster recovery, it is taking 5 subnets. Public access by default, if you are choosing this one, connectivity type in EC2 instance, it will not take as a public access. It will be a private access only. So VPC security group firewall, I am choosing my own, which I created for the Postgres security group. Availability zone, it will by default in 1B because our EC2 instance is available there only. I don't need any proxy and all currently. Certificate authority is optional and is taking as a default. So it will give us a default private certificate which we will use for the connectivity. So all these things I am taking as default values and click on the create database. Once you will click on database, create, that will be available here in the database section. So I have already a database available, so I am not creating this one because it will be billable. It is not a free service which is given by AWS. So I'm going inside the database. Once you create, it will be look like this. Once the status is available, you can come here and you can see the connection steps are has been given. If you are connecting through the EC2 instance, first you need to check validate the connection. From there, you can run this command and test it. Let's go to the EC2, run this command to test. Go to instances. I'll take a such connection directly from the AWS console itself. If you are doing with putty, you can take a putty session. Now I have to run the command to test my connectivity. Okay, it is connecting. Now do export this host name inside the Linux VM and run this command. Test the connectivity. It will ask you for the password authentication. As we choose right, give the Postgres username password. So it is connecting to my database. But here in our case, we are going to access the database through our ID. Is we have to connect through our AI agent, and we have to tell the AI agent to connect to our database. So we need a public endpoint access. So it will be outside of this cluster. So the database is private, but we need a public access. So what we have to do, you can do expose this database through a load balancer. So that load balancer I can create an NLB, because NLB have only the access of target access with the IP, not the application load balancer. So go to load balancer and create load balancer. There you can choose in a network load balancer and configure it. I'll tell you. I have already created, so that I am not going to create it again. Again, it's not a free service. So give the load balancer name and make it internet facing. Give your same network where your database is running, and give all the details to the security group and all you have to give. And here in listener and routing, you have to give TCP and port 5432 as the database port is 5432. And do not add a target group. Once you create the load balancer, I'll tell you how you can add the target group. Come to the load balancer. Here you can come here, and in a resource mapping, you can add the target groups here. If you see in the listeners, default TCP 5432 protocol port has been used, and the forward group is this target group. Same target group I am giving. Okay. If you go to the resource mapping, it will be telling the listener the no, traffic will come through the listener with this port, and it will forwarding the traffic to the PGSQL DB. Okay, and what is the endpoint? We have given the private endpoint IP address of the database. Now it is healthy. Let's test it through our ID. Okay, here if you come in the VS code, see I have already connected, so I'll that's why it is. So how you can do? If you'll click here, you have to install the extension called SQLDB connection, and go to create connection. Once you click the create connection, it is asking us the details. So you have to choose your database as per. So there are many databases are available. Okay, Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, MariaDB. What you can do, you can give the host name as my NLB DNS name, and if you choose username, already you have the default username where you can get the details. The database you can see, right? The DB name, the username, and all it's showing, right? Username and DB name is same, and give the password whatever you set for your admin user. And here in advanced section, you have to go, not here, okay. You need to enable the SSL, because without certificate the database connection will be not happening. So from where you will get the certificate, I'll tell you. You just copy this and hit in your browser. It will download the global bundle permission file. This will be a certificate. This will be a private key. Okay. Now I have downloaded it and I have to export from my local. I have exported it and I have to save the connection. Okay, let's save it and check it. Connection is saved, and you have to click on connect. Connection success, it is telling. If you see, your database details is coming. If you drop down it, it will show you schemas and tables. Okay. See, there are multiple users are there, Postgres as admin. If you see the roles, what roles has been defined. Okay, if you go to Postgres, you can see your schemas. There are multiple schemas are available: query, analytic, HR, inventory, right? That this you can see, you can get your tables details. Okay, that's all how you can connect Postgres SQL. And using Codex, next will show you how you can connect to the database server and run your and generate your auto SQL query powered by the Codex AI. Thank you.